Hear what happens when lives encounter the transformative message of Jesus Christ on air, online, and on the ground. Here is FEBC Philippines Chief Executive Officer Luis Miguel Castillo for the FEBC Report.
We live in a world that groans in its longing to be free of the consequences of sin. Brokenness is reflected everywhere in the human condition, perhaps most poignantly in our frailties and disabilities. But God has not left us without hope. William Biagan Ramos is now 50 years old. Having retired from the corporate world, he has dedicated his time to volunteer work at God is Able International Foundation, a broadcast partner of FEBC Philippines. It was at the age of 7 months that he was diagnosed with the poliomyelitis that would alter the course of his life.
Naging Christian ako nung 15 ako, fourth year high school. Ang buhay, medyo mahirap siya kasi mula nung nagkaroon ako ng kapansanan, at 1-year-old, naghiwalay ang mga magulang ko. Sadly, walang kumuha sa akin. Ginamit ng Diyos yung lola ko na merong passion para ihatid sundo ako sa school. Wala kaming means para magkaroon ng wheelchair until I was in college. So, mano-mano niya akong binubuhat, papunta at pabalik ng eskwelahan. Siyempre, yung diskriminasyon, ang alam lang nila kakaiba ako. So, I have to face the difficulty of being different.
William graduated as the valedictorian of his high school class. However, just 2 weeks before he was set to begin college, his grandmother passed away. Despite this loss, he pursued the Bachelor of Science in Accountancy at the University of the East on a scholarship. His half-sister and friends played a significant role in supporting him in his life and studies. Also at this time, William, an avid radio listener, drew strength from the programs of 702 DZAS.
Nung bata ako, nung 1989-1990, nakatulong na malaki ang FEBC. Totoo yan, DZAS. Nakikinig ako sa mga radio programs nyo. And then nakikinig ako every Sunday dun sa Union Church of Manila na service nila. Kasi wala ako mapuntang physical church at the time. Natuto ako dahil sa convenience ng radio. Malaking bahagi ng buhay ko ang FEBC kasi marami ako natutunan sa mga radio programs ng iba't ibang pastor.
As a young adult, William was determined to prove himself to the world. He believed that wealth and achievement would give his life meaning. But reality proved different.
Nagkaroon ako ng diskriminasyon sa workplace. 12 years. Hindi nila tanggapin nung time na yon na tumanggap ng tao may kapansanan kasi feeling nila kailangan pa nilang i-adjust yung work environment. But then again, God had other plans. Natuto ako to value education by way of teaching it to children. Then nakapagtrabaho ako finally na nagkaroon na ng call center industry kasi boses na lang yung labanan eh.
In 2013, William became one of the original volunteer members of God is Able, a ministry dedicated to empowering people with disabilities and persons affected by disabilities. The program, God is Able, airs every Saturday at 6 p.m. on 702 DZAS and is also carried on other FEBC stations.
Ngayon, tuwan-tuwa ako sa God is Able kasi I get to share my story dun sa mga katulad ko rin na may kapansanan while being able to share the gospel dun sa mundo ng mga taong may normal at nakakalakad. Nakakatuwa kasi nung nilaunch yung God is Able, the radio ministry, kami ni Alan yung hinire to create the song. Ako yung una nilang, yes, maganda yung tawag ngayon na differently abled kami. Hindi lang basta handicap or disabled people. So I believe na yung pagkakaroon ng programa gaya ng God is Able would give a voice to the voiceless, would give awareness to the people. So napaka-importante na suportahan natin ang mga programa ng DZAS at ng FEBC.
Matthew, the gospel writer, tells us that as Jesus walked beside the Sea of Galilee, great crowds came to him, bringing with them the lame, the blind, the crippled, the mute, and many others, and they put them at his feet, and he healed them, so that the crowd wondered when they saw the mute speaking, the crippled healthy, the lame walking, and the blind seeing. Someday, God's people will dwell with him. and he will wipe away every tear from their eyes, and death shall be no more. Neither shall there be mourning, nor crying, nor pain anymore. But as we wait for Christ to come again, we share his heartbeat for the broken, reaching out with his compassion to share the good news of life in Christ and the eventual restoration of all things as they are reconciled to him. As Paul wrote to the Corinthian church, "For in this tent, that is our present human bodies, we groan, longing to put on our heavenly dwelling. We would be further clothed, so that what is mortal may be swallowed up by life. He who has prepared us for this very thing is God, who has given us the Spirit as a guarantee. So we are always of good courage." How has God shown that He is more than able to make all grace abound in your life? You can share your story through the FEBC Philippines Facebook page or by sending a message to info@febc.ph. Thank you for listening to the FEBC Report. Until next time, take care and abide in Christ.